Well, hello, Bame Farm fans. We are trying out that raised bed layer today. Um, this one's a little different. It's got two almost like plows scooping in dirt on both sides, and those two blades. Which just was our first time using it. If I have to do it again, those blades are going to get spun around because they're not pushing a whole lot of dirt. They're looking good. Yet again, I'm driving. I think I'm a little more picky. I can pay a whole lot closer attention to detail sometimes, especially on this. Just like the last plastic laying video. I'm still got to have somebody put the plastic. It still has the same wheels on the back stretching it out. Just we're making a bed that's raised a few inches. Never use the markers. I don't know why these have markers. This was made by the same company that made our flatbed layer, but it's a good 20 years older, most likely. No decals or nothing, but the same green and yellow paint scheme. Now it doesn't have any blades pushing dirt out. There's two, like, I want to say, almost like chisel shanks on each side that loosen a little bit of dirt to cover it. But with the raised bed, even with the other plastic, we're not trying to pile up too much dirt. And in fact, at one point, I changed the angle of the covering blades to lighten the amount of dirt on the edge. Yet again, I was still working the 3-point pretty good. It's supposed to settle down, but I didn't want it to be pushing too much dirt in front of the layer. I don't know if that means it's still too deep. But I feel like if it's not sitting all the weight down, then you won't be packing it down so much. Now this was really hard here. We're coming up to the road and there was a bit of a grade change. So I really had to work the 3-point to not try to make a giant pile of dirt or leave a giant pile of dirt at that end. Now we started going one directionally because I got the combine heads sitting right there at the edge of the field still. Haven't gotten those in. It's on the to-do list. Everything's on the to-do list. It's a mile long. Like I've said before, if you woke up in the morning, it's a busy day here. Even if it rains, there's still stuff to fix. Whew. Didn't pop a wheelie. We had to change the roll of plastic on the last couple rounds. You'll see here I'm going to put a sweatshirt on eventually. And that's because we had a quick little shower. Didn't even settle the dust, but it got really cold after that. And this is back on, I don't know, very beginning of June 5th maybe. I don't know. We've been going through these stupid, like we have a week of chance of rain every day. Totally ruins the week. And then we'll get maybe 3 or 4 days of no rain, and by that last day it's dry, and then it rains again. And I'm getting utterly sick of it. Like, I don't know if it's just me and not having a long enough weather record like stored up in my mind, just because I've been farming for myself, for 3 years now. This is my 4th year. Like, what was it like before 2015? Were we having these wet springs like this in Southwest Ohio? Like, I'm sick of it. I'd be very okay with, this is bad. This is really bad. I admit this is bad, what I'm about to say. But if we had a drought around here, I'd be tickled to death. I'd be able to get a whole bunch done, and, I mean, our soil holds water, so I guess that's why I'm okay. And a lot of people with soil that either doesn't hold the water as well might not like that. See, there we are, sweatshirts. Yep, came back after a little shower. Hardly tell it rained. Well, time to compare and see what it looks like against the flat plastic. We're going to try to compare a little bit and hopefully not get too windblown. Take a look, and this is our flat bed layer. Kind of notice, the ground contour in between and how this ridge is still about level with the beds. We're going to go out and look at what we did yesterday with the raised bed layer. As we look down, sometimes I'm not sure if we didn't do it as much or anything more than just create a big old ditch. Now you look across, I guess they're raised up. I mean, it might only be an inch or two, and it's hard it would be, an inch or two would be too noticeable, I guess, but it could just be enough. Because out here it's super flat. It's kind of supposed to drain over that way towards the pond and the combine heads. So hopefully the water will run downhill that way. And if anything, at least we get caught in these ditches. And we'll have a few high and dry spots for the plastics. we'll find out how the summer goes. And we also left, that's something I hate about the raised bed layer. We've got a solid collection of dirt from being pulled in front of the layer, which I'm sure you guys saw that in the video. But coming down here, it's like, what do we do with all these mounds? And I tried to gently lift the layer out in order to minimize this, but I'm still going to have to come out here with like the bucket loader or a shovel or a scraper blade and at least push the dirt back into the garden so it's not out here in the yard so much. What yard? Yeah, somebody, not me, had a terrible time of lifting the rototiller up. Well, I guess we'll call that a wrap on Plastic Lang. And we'll give you some updates this summer, how everything's growing.